1. The ancient Greek computer. In 1901, sponge divers near the island of Antikythera found a rusty, broken piece of metal. Turns out, it wasn't junk, it was a 2,000-year-old machine with gears inside. This was the Antikythera mechanism, and it could track planets, eclipses, and the calendar. It's basically the world's first computer, built by the ancient Greeks. And here's the twist. No one made anything close to this again for over 1,000 years. 2. The real warrior women. You've probably heard of the Amazons, right? Well, guess what? They were real. Archaeologists found female skeletons buried with weapons in Russia and Ukraine. These women had battle scars and were trained warriors, just like the men. They were part of the Scythian tribes, who ruled the steppes on horseback. So maybe, ancient history wasn't just a man's world, after all. 3. The cold that changed history. From the 1300s to the 1800s, the Earth got much colder. This time is called the Little Ice Age. Rivers froze, crops failed, and people went hungry. In some places, it got so bad that people started riots because there was no food. Some historians even think the French Revolution partly happened because of this cold period. Yep, weather helped change the world. 4. Fashion that killed. In the 1700s and 1800s, people loved looking stylish, but it came at a price. Green dresses were made with arsenic, white face powder had lead, and fancy hats had mercury. All of these are toxic chemicals that slowly poison people. Imagine dying just because you wanted to look pretty. Back then, nobody knew how dangerous these things really were. 5. The Greek king of India. After Alexander the Great died, some of his generals stayed in Asia. One of them, named Menander, became king in what is now India and Pakistan. He was a Greek, but he became a follower of Buddhism, and people loved him. Today, he's still remembered in Buddhist writings as a wise and kind ruler. Yep, a Greek king is part of Indian history. 6. Napoleon's failed trip to Egypt. In 1798, Napoleon took his army to Egypt. His goal? Conquer new lands and break British power. But things went badly. The military part was a mess. But guess what? While they were there, French soldiers found the Rosetta Stone, which helped us translate ancient Egyptian writing. So, even though it was a fail, it accidentally gave the world a major discovery. 7. The Band Encyclopedia. In 1700s France, a group of smart thinkers created a huge encyclopedia, full of science, philosophy, and new ideas. But the church and the king didn't like it. They said it was too dangerous and banned it. Why? Because it taught people to think for themselves. Back then, knowledge was power, and powerful people were afraid of it. 8. The Soccer War. In 1969, El Salvador and Honduras had a soccer match. The game was intense. Emotions were high. And after the match, things got worse. The countries actually went to war. It lasted only 4 days, but over 1,000 people died. It wasn't just about soccer, there were political problems too. But this is now known as the Football War. 9. Secret Songs of Freedom. In the 1800s, many African slaves in America had a secret way to send messages. They used songs. Some songs, like Wade in the Water, gave clues about how to escape. To slave owners, it just sounded like music. But for the people singing, it was a map to freedom. 10. The Woman Who Beat the Nazis at Chess. Vera Menchik was a world champion in chess, and she was a woman. The Nazis believed women were weak and not smart enough for serious games. But Vera beat top male players over and over again. She became a symbol of strength, intelligence, and resistance. The Nazis tried to ignore her, but the checkmate had already happened. History is full of secrets, some amazing, some shocking, and some completely forgotten. So, which fact surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss another time travel story. Until next time, keep history alive.